sports. It's in the game. time for the NFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through New Orleans. It's the Packers and the Saints. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. The George Halas Trophy awaits the winner of this one, as well as a spot in the Super Bowl. Thanks for being with us, Mike. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by their quarterback, a second-round pick back in April's draft.
These are the type of games, Mike, where you can become a legend, not only for your franchise, but to the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. And if he's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters, his team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
That is brought in, and he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Oh, man, what a start to this one, Greg. Right out of the gate, first play of the game, a big ball downfield for the touchdown.
I don't even think the fans have settled into their seats, Mike. I mean, you talk about a fast start. There was no settling into this one.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's deep for Olave. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's deep for Olave. That is hot. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's deep for Olave. That's hot! And he will score again. Chris Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Great. He might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it's just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
He'll look to throw. That's deep for Olave. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Back to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Inside the 20. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's deep for Olave. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over. And it'll be second down. Now they'll set up to throw. Get working deep downfield. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara, players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He'll take off again. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he's not going to be able to get away. Might lose a yard. They've got him back at the 2. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
To the air now on 1st and 10. That's deep for Olave. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. He has scored a season's worth of touchdowns in one game. That's number 7 so far. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's deep for Olave. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. This is just getting silly at this point. That's his 8th touchdown of this game. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. That's deep for Olave. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Eric Stokes, the man there defensively to break that one up. So now, out comes the offense. That's deep for Olave. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to try it here again. A throw on the move is caught. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's deep for Olave. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll run. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
That's deep for Olave. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chris Olave. Touchdown, Saints. Go ahead and add one more on this sick total. His 10th touchdown of the game. It's crazy. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
That's deep for Olave. And that is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He's going to look downfield once again. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So this one, a win for the Saints. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl.
Yo, what's up, baby? Congratulations. I just saw the news, man. MVP. Well deserved. Way to go out there and play lights out. You earned it. Keep standing on business.
What up, my guy? This is exactly what we talked about when you were drafted. Offensive Rookie of the Year, you flat out balled from start to finish, and this is only the beginning. Can't wait to see more.
Hey man, congratulations on making it to the biggest game of the season. You know, this is the only game that matters. And in this game, I need you to give everything that you got, like your life depends on it, for your family, for the organization, for the last name on the back of your jersey. I need you to believe that, all right? So good luck, ball out, and we'll be watching.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Saints, and it's all up next.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game, between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with... So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And we're going to look at their QB. I know my partner Brock Heward's excited about this guy, one of the league's few lefties at the position.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
They'll throw on first. Getting out to his left. Now we'll try a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints need only one to take the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Saints and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hoped that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl...
He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints need only one to take the lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too.
The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. They have played lights out on offense. Scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. First and 10, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Now he's throwing. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints parlay the interception into points. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing deep down. It is caught at the 20. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 3-possession game. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, You got to get that skill player down. Period.
Yeah.
End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. To throw it on first down. Escapes out to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock, so high hopes again for this upcoming series. They'll throw to begin this drive. Flush down out to his left. Now he's going to fire it deep left. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. He's on the move, and he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints make it a 3-possession game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Getting out to his left. He's running with it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To throw here on 1st down. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And it's going to be 2nd down. They're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Chris Olave with the touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. Pass play on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. Now we'll try a deep shot down the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. To the air now on 1st and 10. Escapes his grasp. Forced out to his right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He puts some power on a deep one left. That's complete inside the 35. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down. Pass play now. Avoids the sack. Buying some time right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. And if you were the trivia fanatic who knew that Billy Kilmer and Bobby Douglas shared the record for rushing scores in one game by a quarterback, well, congratulations to you. And congratulations to him now, because he's just joined those two as the only QBs to take it in 4 times in one contest. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Flush down out to his left. He can run it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Here's 2nd and 7. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes again. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Setting up a throw. He's on the move. Took off with it again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going for it again. And he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and wonder, what can you do against a player like this, Brock? That is the most rushing touchdowns ever for a quarterback in a single game.
I feel so sorry for these defenses today. It is so hard to play great defense, and then when you get a dual-threat QB like this that shows off the prowess of that running ability, it becomes nearly impossible to stop a stud like him.
Airing it out to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. As he naps another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kate. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
Throwing now on first down. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. They're throwing it. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. This one misses the tight end. And that takes them to third down. He'll throw it. On the move, headed right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they're whistling for a stop. It looks like that's one of the Chiefs in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans! The Saints keep running away with this. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again in the end zone leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so too.
Right? They work on these things. They love these celebrations. But my gosh, he's made a habit of visiting the end zone. And it's his effort.
Back to pass on first and 10. Escapes out to the left. They connect on the deep shot. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Stays upright. Forced out to his right. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. Looking for a throw here. Gets himself, and he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints continue piling it on here in the fourth. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
throwing it to start this drive. Oh, he put some heat on. He's got it at the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints keep running away with this. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Another through the air this game. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
They'll throw on first. He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Flush down out to his left. He's looking deep. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. First down from the red zone. He rolls to his right. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Saints continue piling it on here in the fourth. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble.
At the podium now in his final act of the season, Commissioner Goodell to award the Lombardi Trophy to the New Orleans Saints, your champions of Super Bowl 59. So that's a wrap on another incredible year of NFL coverage here on EA Sports. It was a memorable and very fun first year in the booth for myself and my partner in crime here, Mr. Brock Heward. Until next season, I'm Kate Scott. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and good night from New Orleans.